Should be live here in just a moment. This we're good. That. Logging at this. That open. How's everybody doing? Hopefully quite well. Let's see how we sound. Just fine. All right, let me log in here. God, that's all so wobbly. All right, looks like we're up and moving now. Like that. And green strikes out, inning over. So there was a double play and then a strikeout, and now we will head to double play, and now we're back into the top of the second of what will probably be a very fast game, all things considered here. Let's see if anyone shows up. Hopefully we get some people. Soler, Meckler, and Adele do up. Soler, Meckler, Adele. Top of the second, no score. What's up, Daniel? Do. So it's a commercial break. We wait for the top of the second of a 0-0 game. What's up, Paul? Yeah, Angels stink this year. I mean, the Tigers aren't any better than the Angels this year, though. Tigers due to injury, I suppose. What's up, Jake? How's it going? Ooh. Hopefully everyone had a good Memorial Day. Made you... I always think it's like I always get it mixed up with veteran... Or I think it's Veterans Day in November. Like everyone feeling nice and patriotic. This is like, what? Yeah, did you shoot off fireworks? You played kickball on Friday. You went 0 for 3 with or 0 for 4 with a pitch out and a sac fly. Rob home run and ground out and a pitch again. The last at bat, I just full on drive it out by a hair. Ah, dang. I mean, hey, so you can't get them all, right? Oh, that's going to be a base hit to begin the inning. So Soler leads off with a single. Let's hope maybe we can get a double play now. Shorten up everything. 1 on to start the inning. Top 2, no score. Now up is Meckler. Ooh, hey, we finally won a game, though. We're on a 1-game winning streak, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. And they'll get another base hit. Oh, that sucks. This time into right field. Runner will get over to third. First and third. Nobody out. Uh-oh. Thought the Angels... Oh, like those were their 2 best hitters. All right. It's quite the drop-off after those 2, it appears. Actually, I don't know. They're better hitters than we are. You and we were invited to play pickleball today. Yeah, it's like a table. It's like a table tennis version of tennis, ping pong tennis. I don't know. It's a little less athletic, a little less demanding on the body, I suppose. I've never played. Ball 1. But I give bitches the money, so I don't play games like ping pong or whatever. It's going well. Had a great weekend and a great Memorial Day with the fam. Nice, hell yeah. Tigers got a much needed day off. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have gotten a day off though. Their team kind of dies on days off. Would have been better if we would have played the day after we had offense. Get some consistency going. Called strike one. Yeah, quick 3-game set at Comerica, then they're back on the road. Harry Potter. What's Harry Potter? Oh, at the ballpark. Oh, cool. What's everyone's favorite Harry Potter guy? I was a big fan of the Gryffindor character. He was a good guy. 1-2. Don't listen to him, Rob. He plays deluxe air hockey in his free time. My sources are telling me that he says, and I quote, "Yeah, it's a very athletic sport." What, air hockey? Yeah, it is. It's hard. 1-2 here. Ball will miss outside. It's 2-2 on Adele with runners at first and third. Nobody out. Yeah, I play Olympic air hockey. I'm basically like a hockey player. 2-2. And he strikes out one away. Nice job. Double play can get us out of the inning. Maybe we can double up Aza? I think that's what the last name is. Bellatrix? Yeah, she's cool. Montero's fine. I just don't think he's much of a starter. He's a great reliever, but I don't know if he's a long-term starter, though. But if this was a long reliever, he'd be perfect at that role. He's really only good 2 times through the lineup, and after that, he becomes very easy to hit for people. I think Flaherty's hurt and is playing through injury to give us a better shot. You know, to give us something. I don't know what he's giving us, but you know what I mean? It sure beats having another injured pitcher, though. He's not holding anyone back from being called up because obviously we have bullpen days. 0-2 though on Peraza. Pick off attempt at first, nothing happened. What happened to McGonigal? Was it a bad slide over at second when he tried to do the double play? He's still out on defense, so. Or do you mean like his at bats? Because yeah, his at bats are over. He got his one at bat for the game. And he strikes out Peraza. 2 away now. Nice recovery here. Here's Walton now with 2 on and 2 out. Maybe we can get a quick third out here. Then all of a sudden, it doesn't matter. We give up back-to-back singles. 2 on, 2 out. Top second. No score. What's up, Jacob? But no, Bubba, he's fine, I think, anyway. 0-1. We'll see, though, right? That first pitch went super foul. That would have been a straightened up pitch. That could have been a real problem. Real problemo. Yeah, you guys got dropped out pretty bad. Got swept on. By the Knicks. Sheesh. One, two after, good take. Yeah, I would imagine. You don't want to get swept. You can lose a game 7 and not feel so bad about it. Otherwise, it feels terrible. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. We have 12 right now, so any more that you can leave, I'd appreciate you. What do you mean? What do you don't know what he did? Mamdani? Did he do something bad? I thought he was doing a good job. Everything I've been seeing. Hey, and there we go. That'll be strike 3. They'll get Dalton, and he'll strand the runner at third with that was no out. So Walton goes down looking. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Score will remain 0-0. Keith, Torkelson, and McKinstry do up here. Keith, Torque, and McKinstry. Bottom 2, 0-0. Oh, yeah, Mamdani's got that kind of pull. Who do I think wins this? I hope the Tigers do. But honestly, it's a toss-up with how bad both of these teams are right now. Though I do think the Angels are worse than the Tigers. The Tigers are just dealing with a plethora of injury to most of their key players. And they still got some of those guys. You know, they got like 2 or 3 big guys left, but a bunch of them are out. I don't know. And they've been losing mostly just close games. So I don't know. It's not that bad. If the Tigers are able to show any kind of life on offense, they should be able to just kind of win this game. There's like 3 guys on the Angels that can hit it. It's as bad as us. Maybe a little worse. Yeah, Melton pitched really well against the Orioles the other day on Sunday, I believe it were. Real strong outing. Went almost 6 innings, about good number of strikeouts. Pretty good. Wow. Keith, Torque, and McKinstry. Workman's a second baseman. Because it's also better than having Zach Short on the team or playing. That's probably the real reason is that it prevents Zach Short from being in the lineup. Pick a ball, 1-0. Keith, Torkelson, and McKinstry. Why did this break? There we go. That's fouled away. It'll be 1-1. Damn, Keith just got on the craziest blue pit. And there's an injury delay. I wonder who's hurt. Hopefully nothing too bad. What happened? I don't understand what I'm watching. Did the player just drop the ball on that? And did they fuck it up? They're checking on the pitcher for an injury now. Not idea. What we got? Ball hit him. Yeah. Oh, Torque did get hit. Okay. All right, 2 on, nobody out. Nice start to the inning. We'll see what McKinstry can do with 2 on, no one out. Wild pitch, Torque will get down to second, and Colt Keith will get down to third. So runners at second and third now with nobody out. Nice start here, maybe some runs. So we got a 1-0, 2 on, nobody out, runners at second, third. Anyway, little meeting at the mound. Yeah, I think it's for the same guy. Like, just take him out. What are we doing here? Hell yeah, that looks like some runs. That'll be hit deep into center field. It'll be caught, but it'll be a sac fly. So runner now at third with 1 away. Can the Tigers pick up the other run in scoring position with Workman's due up? Sorry, I couldn't read his name. I was like, what the fuck am I reading? Hey, that'll be a ground out, but it looks like the runner will get down to score, making it 2-0 Detroit. Tigers go up 2. It's 2-0. Nobody on. So we score the runners from second and third. That's all we needed. What's up, Chico? Yeah, I'm a Tigers fan, Jocelyn. Yeah. I'm trying to do every game, but I've been a little busy the last couple days with some other things. Now that'll end the inning, but the Tigers do struck for 2. Oh wait, they only got 1. Oh, they cut the runner out at home. Never mind. Wait, what? Wait, did Keith not score? We must only got 1 run then. Mm. Hardest part about watching games is the commercial between the game action. Top three, 1-0 Tigers lead. I guess they didn't get that second run. They must have cut them down at home. Ooh. Oh shit. Ohapi gets on with the single. So 1 on, nobody out to start off the top of the third. Yeesh. Nice to see everyone back though. Well, they tried to stop it from going through, but it made its way. Uh-oh. Now we've got 2 on with nobody out. Not good at all. Montero could use a ground ball here from Trout. Yeesh. Worst guy to need up in a situation like this. Hey, there's mound visit. Ball 1. That's challengeable. Ooh, hey, they get a strikeout, one away. Down goes Trout. Now up is Grissom. 2 on, 1 out. Let's hope for a ground ball in any direction. I said Trout a while ago. I was probably saying the wrong name. I'm fucking exhausted. One. Yeah, it's still pretty early to challenge. Unless it's super egregious, you probably just let it go before the 5th inning. 6th inning or later is when you probably want that those retries. God damn, it's taking a while to get through. 1-0 Tigers lead. 2 bases or runners at first, second, 1 away. A 2-2 count. Ah, they're gonna score. That looks like a multi-run double. Yeah. Well, that's not good. It's 2-1 now. Angels take the lead. 2-1 Angels. Two down. Bola. 1-1. God damn, no one's saying anything today. Solar Power is up with a runner at second and 1 away. Count is 2-1 on Adele. 2 down, runner at second. 2 down, runner at second. What are we doing? How's this? The runner scores 4 from only a single. Yeah. Yeah. B minus ass out defensive alignment means B minus results. All right, well, the damage has been done. It's 2-1. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 2-1, bottom 3. Angels lead the Tigers 2-1. Commercial break. It'll be Perez, McGonigal, and Days. Perez grounds out, 1 away. Nah, that's not that surprising. Oh, strike. Yep. So we have runners at the corners now with 2 away, or with 1 away. What's up, Fernando?
1 on, 1 out, 1-1 count to Dingler. Well, 2-1. We're only down by 1. Dingler goes down swinging 2 away now with the runner at first. Here's Riley Green. Maybe Big Riley Green comes up and puts a Big Riley scream on it and hits a home run. 1-1. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Buckle his shoe. Three, 2, nice takes. All right, well, we'll head to the top of the 4th. Score remains 2-1. Tigers couldn't get a guy in. Riley Green struck out on a foul tip, by the way. Top 4. Adele, Peraza, and Welton. Adele, Peraza, and Walton do up here in the top of the 4th. No score. Or 2-1. Angels lead. There we go. We're just waiting for the top of the 4th to be underway here. Exciting waiting process. We're at 19 likes. That's really good. Appreciate that, y'all. Top 4, 2-1. Coming up. Angels lead. They want to expand their lead. Tigers looking for a quick one. And that's going to be a home run off Montero. 3-1. Angels now lead. Well, Adele just teed off on him. That's never good. Gotta love commercial breaks. Oh, never mind. 1-1. 1-2. Uh, Peraza strikes out. 1 away. Now up is Walton's up now with nobody on and 1 out, but they have gotten a run back. It's 3-1. Ugh. Ball 1. And that looks like a 1 out double. Olsen up now with 1 on. Here we go. Olsen up with the runner at second and 1 away. That should be a fly out, and it is. 2 down now with the runner at second. In a 3-1. In a 3-1. Cowboys lead. Or Angels. Sorry, I was thinking wrong sport. Damn, old Joel Zamaya used to wear that number. Number 5 pole. You think they just pitch around Trout here? Ugh. 1-1, 1 on, 2 out. All right. 1-0. Called strike. It'll be 1-1. Damn silent ass stream. All right. 1-2. Pesky at bat here between Montero and Trout. 2 down, 2-2 count. That just happened. Awesome. All right, that should be good now. Okay. Not even watching that. Might as well just go. Hey, they strand the runner. That's all that matters. They get Trout swinging. Nice job by Montero. He does give up a solo homer, though. So a couple runs do come across. It's 4-1. Bottom of the fourth. Tigers trail by 3. That might be too many runs for us to come back on. Be right back. Gonna go grab some soda. One moment, please. All right, I'm back. Damn, no one's saying anything in this stream. Pretty crazy. Not going good, Wilmar. Not going good. Hey, Tigers will start off the inning with an immediate double or triple, even. So key triples to start off the inning. Oh, you're just spamming? Yeah, you're retarded. Anyway. Ooh. Organize everything after this stream. So runner at third, nobody out. 1-0 count here on Torkelson. Good shot to take a lead, or at least get yourself back in the game. Called strike one. Ball two. 2-1. Swing and strike two. It's 2-2. Torque and even count with the runner at third to put the game within, keep the game in reach. Well, Torque went down swinging. Now up is McKinstry, who takes strike one. Eesh. Bottom of the fourth, 4-1. Angels lead, but it's a 1-1 count with the runner at third, so Tigers could have something going here. Should be a sac fly. It is. It'll get the run in. So the Tigers score a run, make it 4-2 with 2 away on a sac fly. 2 down, no one on. Tigers have a sac fly. Nice job by everybody involved. Here's Workman with 2 on, or with 2 out. 4-2. Angels lead. Blah. All right. There we go. Called strike. It's 2-1. That'll be the third out. Well, the Tigers get a run that inning, cut the lead to 2, make it a 4-2 Angels lead. 4-2 Angels, top 5. They look to expand it with Grisham, Soler, and Meckler due in the top of the 5th. Grisham, Soler, and Meckler, top 5. 4-2 Angels lead. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to go rip a bogey a few times. I'll be back in just one moment. I should be back right before the game comes back on. Be right back. And that'll be a fly out and end the inning. Well, line out, I guess, but anyway, we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Very quick inning there, much needed by the pitching staff. Vierling, Perez, and McGonigal. Vierling, Perez, and McGonigal. Anyway, hey, what's up, Jonathan? Nice to see you, man. Hell yeah, it's always go Tigers. It's still coming in good. I've been moving a lot. Yeah, coming in perfect. Ball 1 to Vierling. Vierling, Perez, and McGonigal. 4-2, Angels lead. Swinging strike 2, 1-2. One, two. Hey, that'll bloop down for a base hit. We'll have a man on to start off the fifth inning. Good way to begin. Yeah, Melton came back and pitched really well that the other day. We really needed that too. It was nice to see. He was dominating. He clearly got a little tired by the end of that by the last couple innings though. You could tell the stamina was gone by about the fifth inning. Not even that he didn't have the stuff. It's just I think he was kind of mentally gassed. 70 pitches is a lot for your first start of the year. But he came out and got us a much, much, much needed win. 3-1 now on Perez. Good takes. Really good takes, to be honest. One of those balls could have been challenged and changed into a strike. So I'm lucky the Angels just don't seem to challenge a lot. Perez a walk, 2 on, nobody out. Good start to the inning. Home run puts us ahead. Here's Kevin McGonigal. First start probably will take. Yeah. Of course it was. That's what I'm saying. First start. Mound visit going on. They may be pulling their pitcher. It kind of looks like it. Oh, we may be having a pitching change here in the 5th. I believe this is a reliever, so that wouldn't be too crazy. No, they're just going and talking to him, it looks like, actually. All right, so it'll remain the same. Bottom of the 5th. We'll see what McGonigal does against whatever the fuck this pitcher's last name is. I'm not even going to try. Kota Hodowich. Don't know. I've refused to say his name the entire game. Bottom 5, 2 on, nobody out for the Tigers, and that ball's going to be a home run. No, I'm just kidding. It's a double. Oh, no, it's going to be a triple for Kevin McGonigal. Maybe he might be out. He's at least got a double that has tied the game up. He may be out at third. No, he has a triple. Kevin McGonigal ties the game up with a triple. What a big fucking hit for McGonigal. And Dingler's up now with the runner at third. Nobody out in a tie game. It's 4-4. Here come the Tigers a little bit. What the hell is this? Complimentary at-bats? I don't think we've seen this in so long. Three-zero. 3-0 on Dingler. And they walked Dylan Dingler. So the Tigers have got something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, McGonigal's great. He's a life send. And like basketball said, Anderson is probably going to be a very similar thing, and so will Clark. It's going to be very exciting. Jose Briseño is going to be fun to watch. Oh, and the Angels challenged the call, too, and that was confirmed to strike, so they're going to lose a challenge even. So the Angels down to 1 challenge for the game in the bottom of the 5th. They're going to make a pitching change. That's the second mound visit. They got to pull him. Yeah, I mean, Anderson's been great down in AAA. I'm personally not sure why he's not up yet. You know, I've been on the bring Anderson up train for 2 weeks now, but there's got to be a reason for it. You know what I mean? It's a similar thing to Max Clark. It's like at least Max's numbers aren't eye popping. The exact reason, the exact way that Anderson is playing is the exact reason we didn't send McGonigal down to AAA. Would have been a waste of time. Why is this so blurry? What would you do if you sang at a What would you do? All right. Reed Detmers is the new pitcher, by the way. We're just waiting for him to get settled in and started. Green will be the hitter. Surprised they have Take Young off the 40. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Or Zach Short, even. Short's a free one. Ball one. And Anderson plays all the positions that Short does too. I think just as well defensively. So not really like we'd be. And if Javi misses the rest of the year, like he very well could, with an ankle that's not getting any better, then it may be time to just make that move for Anderson. He swings at a bad one, but he takes another one. So 2-1 now. No, it's a wild pitch that gets the runner down to second, too. So now it's second and third with nobody out still. Tiger is really up to a good start this inning. That'll be ball 4, putting the bases loaded. Doesn't play shortstop, but you just slide. I think Anderson, I've been seeing him play shortstop in AAA. I could be wrong, though. Let's see. Riley Green walked, so we have the bases loaded for the pinch hitter, Ja Jones. Colt Keith will be pinched hit for. Ja Jones will hit. Ball 1 to Jones. Bases loaded, nobody out. You gotta put him. You gotta pitch to him. Ball 1. Ja just blasts a grand slam. And he fouls it off. It's 0-1 or 1-1. Fouled off. It's 2-2. That'll get down. That'll be a base hit. That'll get at least 1, maybe 2, and let's see. Nope, they hold the runners. That'll get 1. 5-4 Tigers. All right, kind of a Ferris wheel of death situation here going on. Now we'll see what Torkelson can do against the lefty Detmers, who has to pitch to Torque here. Oh, never mind. Who is it? Ferris? Bartz? Hold on, I can't read the last name. I thought they brought Detmers in. Mitch Ferris. Oh, get it? Ferris wheel of death? All right, I guess I had that wrong. I thought they said Detmers was coming in. Fouled off by Torque. It's 0-1. Torkelson desperately needs to hit a bomb here. That's for sure. would be quite big. Even just a hit here would be big for him. Though I will say he's pretty good in late moment situations like this, so I trust he comes through with the hit here. Nobody out, still bases loaded. We're in the bottom of the fifth of a 5-4 Tigers lead. Tigers have 3 runs, but the bases loaded, nobody out, so could mean that they get more. Expand their lead a little bit. Come on, Torkelson. Torkel dork. Smoke the Torkel pork. What's going on? What's with the delay in the pitching? Yeah. Oh, the Tigers challenge if the ball was foul or not. Got it. Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good challenge to make. Double check, triple check. Anything down them lines, you got to make sure on. Now you just got to blast it over the center field wall to make sure. It's 2-1 on Torque now. No, yeah, it was pretty close. I thought it was. You gotta challenge it if it's that close. Especially since you never know, maybe they just call it your way. Almost. We almost got the Torque slam. Unfortunately, we did not. 3-1. The Torque walk is a pretty good alternative here. Like the perp walk, but it's a Torque walk. 3-1. Good hitters count. He should get something in the zone. Swung through it. 3-2. Would have been called a strike, so it's a good swing regardless. He just missed it. Jammed him up with a fastball at 92. Got it in on his hands, and he fouled it off. Fouled off an objectively harder pitch to hit. It'll be 3-2 still. This game was going so fast until this specific half inning. And Torque will strike out one away, of course. Here's McKinstry against Ferris. No Torque slam, and that's an unfortunate end to Torque's at-bat. Against the lefty, he should be able to hit. The McKinstry annual rare hit against the lefty do? Fouled it away at 0-1. Probably not. Yeah, McGonigal rules. He's one of the better young players I've seen in a while. Really on any team, he's impressive. If he can keep this going all year, what a fucking young player we have. Called strike 2. All right, he's taking pitches down the middle. No, this is not that at bat. Yeah, that's the annoying part with Torque is he knows better. He's got way too good an eye to swing at that horse shit. McKinstry down on 3 pitches, so suddenly we're down to 2 away. Here's Workman. We don't have anyone to bat for Workman. Why not Hao-Yo Lee? I'd rather see Lee bat here than Workman off a lefty. No thanks. Let's put a different guy in. Hooray, I got what I wanted. But they're going to pull the pitcher now and bring in a lefty. So that's a bummer. We have probably got to sit through that. Yeah. I'm going to fucking kill myself. Our Bobby Witt. He's better than Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt, you mean Bobby Shit Jr.? Oh, wait, never mind. We're maybe not getting a pitching change. Maybe it was just a confab at the mound. I take back all my bullets. Oh, the bullets came flying out. It's crazy. Ball one. I hate 2-out pitching changes. Any other pitching change is perfectly fine. I strategically understand the 2-out pitching change. It's 1-2 now on Lee. Damn, we're about to strand the bases loaded, no out, and only get 3 runs out of this inning. That's embarrassing. Mostly because guys just aren't swinging the bat. Damn. Leaf flies out. Well, we'll head to the top of the 6th. At least he didn't strike out. Lee flies out. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Tigers get 3 runs back to take a 5-4 lead. Nice inning for the Tigers. Feel like they left a lot of runs on the plate there, though. But, hey, they took the lead. That's all that matters. Can't be too pissed. Adele, Peraza, Walton. 6, 7, 8. Top 6. Tigers reclaim the lead 5-4. Let's hope for a strong inning. Anyone who doesn't like our half inning there, you're a communist and you hate the Tigers. You've been exposed, bud. I'm on to you. I'm on that ass right now. I'm all up in that motherfucking ass. I don't even know what that means. He almost did a grand slam, but that only counts in almost and close only really count in horseshoes and hand grenades. You know? Montero seems to be set out to pitch the top of the 6th with a few righties due. Joe Adele, the hitter, then Barraza and Walton. Of course, there could be pinch hitters depending on what the Tigers do with their pitchers this half inning, but Montero will start off the top of the 6th, sitting at about 78 pitches, it looks like, so that's not too bad. All right, Adele deleted out, so we're going to have to sit through a pitching change this half inning, which is a bit of a bummer. And quite frankly, un-American. Ugh. How are the Washington? They traded a lot of good players over the years and have acquired a lot of very good, young, talented players like CJ Abrams, I think, and James Wood are just as two, just 2 off the top of my head that are extraordinarily talented players. And those are the kind of trades they've been making for about 5 years now, and now their trades are starting to come home to roost. Kind of like how the A's are doing pretty good this year for what they were last year and the year before, right? A's are what? Still in first place in the AL West? It's 0-2 on Adele. Ball one. I don't know. Eventually, you get enough young, talented players, you will start winning. Look at the Tigers. Baseball can be a slow sport to turn things around, but once the actual pieces are there, the turnarounds are usually within a season or two. If you can see shades of a good team developing in the year before, you probably will have a good team in the next year with a young team. I don't want Mike Trout on my team. Yeah, that's a dumb idea. That people who think that Skubal is gone are kind of dumb. And I'm going to stand on that. And I mean that insultfully to all of you. What do you guys honestly believe he's going to be traded still?
Remember when you all told me he was going to be traded last trade deadline, and then he was going to be traded over this offseason, and then he was going to be traded to the Dodgers imminently, and then he was going to be traded last week, and then the week before, and then last month, and then the month before that? Um, the reality is the Tigers want way too much in return for Tarek Skubal. Every single trade is like 4 teams' top prospects. And you have to understand how crazy it is to assume that the Tigers are actually going to get that. What they want in trade. I don't think he's going to walk at the end of the year. Most likely because of that elbow injury, he signs a 2 to 3 year deal worth about $120 million, maybe 150. Probably around there, right? And it'll be loaded with the second and third year club and team option. Where if Skubal wants to come back, he'll come back to take the 50 mil. Not, he might walk. Because again, this season fucked his money up. There is the odds of him leaving to me are super low, and the odds of him taking like a 1 or 2 year deal in Detroit with the second year being an option, 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner at first seems so much more likely than anything like trading him. 1, he doesn't want to be traded. 2, he'd prefer to stay here and work out a long-term deal. And 3, that option allows him to go into a free agency year next year when he's fully healthy. I honestly think that's what's going to happen. I don't see him getting a long-term deal after an injury. But hey, maybe it's because the injury wasn't so bad. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know. You could be right, love, to BBQ. They could end up trading him, and I could be completely wrong. I think the reason I say things like that about the same here, Jonathan. I'm just so annoyed with the Skubal trade talk. 1, 2. Like either trade him or don't. But like it's been 2 straight years of this. I can't handle any more of it. You know, I don't watch baseball content anymore until after the trade deadline because of Tarek Skubal trade talk. I'm so tired of it, dude. And I hope he signs a 10-year deal with the Tigers at the end of the season. You know how hard I'd laugh in everybody's face? I'd be like, I'm the only one who knew this would still happen. I'm the only one. I had to convince everyone. That'll be the second. Oh, is this a double? No, not double play. Line out. Was it a line out double play? It was not. Runner at second, 2 away now. Unfortunately, nice job by the second base or the runner. They're gonna pull the pitcher. Son of a bitch! Come on, let him go one more batter. It's a righty, dog. Let him go 6. Fucking hate AJ Hinch. The 9-hitter. We're gonna pull him for the 9-hitter, dog. Come on, let him finish. Oh, Hoppy. Come on, man. That's so disrespectful. That's just so fucking rude to be like, yeah, Montero, you're at 89 pitches, and it's the worst hitter in their lineup, the 9-hitter, in Logan O'Hoppy. Fuck it, you were getting pulled. Hannafy will come into pitch for Montero. Nice start by Montero. He gives up 3 or 4. Kind of a rough, actually, start for him. He usually is a little sharper than that. He did strike out 7 Angels, though, so he had a pretty good outing on that. Let's see his actual numbers here. He went 5 2/3, obviously. Struck out 7, walked 1. That's good. But he did give up 4 earned runs, so 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned. Not bad. That's not a bad start. It's just he gave up some runs there. 3 runs, and that's almost equality, you know? Hell, if he gave up 3 runs, he probably would have been able to pitch to O'Hoppy here, and he would have wound up being able to actually get the quality start. 7 Ks. Nice night for Montero, though. Sheesh.
But we'll have Hanafi come in to pitch to Ohapi with 2 outs and a runner at first. Tigers up 5-4, bottom or top 6. What's up, Spatty? How's it going, man? Nice to see it. But love to barbecue. I don't think you're a dumb person. I think Tarek Skubal takes right now are very incendiary. Because you all remember this, right? Like for the entire offseason, they kept saying from like when the Tiger season ended in fucking October. Ball one. It's just this annoyance of like Skubal all offseason was imminently about to be traded. It was like the entirety of the offseason. There would just be a report that like from some baseball McGillicuddy Twitter that like Skubal, the trade to the Dodgers is all but finalized. And then it just never came and it materialized. It was never a real trade. 2-1. In every one of those tweets, I grow more steadfast and strong in my belief that he'll be a Tiger for his career. Some liberals hate that. No, some conservatives hate that. But the Republican Party, the repubes, the conservacucks, conservatards, they'll learn that I forgot the point I was making there. I completely got distracted by making funny words for conservatives up. I think conservatard is my favorite one of all the derogatory ways to refer to conservatives. Like, you have libtard. I think conservatard works just as well. Vierling, Perez, and McGonigal. It's a little bit of a long word, though, but libtard is, 2. Conservatard. Conservatard. So that could be 4 syllables. I'm bad with hearing, though. Or it could be conserve, 1. Yeah, that's a 4-beater. Damn. All right, yeah, that's too many. That's too many syllables. That's unnatural. Yeah, I'm still gonna use conservatard. It's funny. Vierling, Perez, McGonigal, bottom 6, 5-4 Tigers. They look to expand their big, strong lead over the Angels. Was gonna watch your stream. Bye. Some people can't handle. Conservatards can't handle when they get made fun of. They can handle libtard. They can handle libtarded. They can handle me the last 5 years making fun of libtards. The second I make fun of a conservatard, they have to leave. Not once has a liberal person watching my channel ever been like, I can't do these liberal insults. These 3 players were at the bottom of the 5th as well. Yeah, I know. They keep popping up. But they also started off an insane rally for us, so we should keep an open mind. Ball 1. My favorite thing that people will soon find out is that conservatives don't like freedom of speech, really. Growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, you knew that firsthand, though. Remember what they did to the Dixie Chicks? Because they said they didn't support the Iraq War. It's called getting through a commercial break, bud. 2-0. I don't know, but what do you want me to do during commercials? Not fuck around and be silly? This is very unserious political bullshitting. I'm saying I'm trying to come up with a derogatory term for conservatives. And you're like, this is political nonsense. It's like, it's more like just a guy bullshitting between outs. That'll be the first out of the inning on a fly out to right field. Vierling out, 1 away. And I do a good job. I don't, what am I supposed to, do you have a suggestion for commercials, Wesley? Because I'll listen. I run out of things to talk about during the commercials, I promise. That's really all it is. I don't care about people's political views. um, I ran out of funny things to say about liberals, so I'm kind of switching all of it over to the conservatives. Ball one. I'm glad the Angels aren't challenging that one. Oh, home run by a pair. What? I can't believe what we just saw. Did we really just see it? I got tears in my eyes. I don't even know what to say. I think we just saw a Perez bomb. You know how funny it is that Wenciel Perez homered off this guy and Torkelson couldn't? Damn. Well, Wenciel Perez hits his third homer of the. I'm surprised he has 3, but he hits his third homer of the year to give the Tigers a 6-4 lead. All right, Perez, he's finally fucking starting to do something. Now, I think lately Perez has been playing decent baseball. His outfield attempts have been better. His average and his OPS is almost back at 500, average up to 170. He's been a little bit better than whatever the fuck was going on. Do we know if he was hurt by any shot? Like, does anybody know if he'd been playing hurt or anything? Because I don't. And McGonagall's going to walk. Here's Dingler with 1 on and 1 out. 6-4 Tigers lead. Yeah, it's nice to see Perez getting a big moment here. It's nice to see him do something because we probably are going to have to use him for the whole year, which sucks. We're just not healthy enough. And if, I don't know, he can be good. Like, you see the flashes with Perez. He can't field the ball worth the fuck in the outfield, but he's starting to get a little bit better the last few games. Again, hey, Perez turns it around and can play like he did last year. I'm a happy camper, right? We love Wenciel Perez. I want him to play well. It's depressing that he sucks. You know what I mean? 0-2. It's like Akil Baddoo. I really wanted Akil to be very good at baseball because I really liked Akil Baddoo. And I really liked Wenciel Perez. The problem is they both suck. And they can't play consistently good baseball. I tend to fall in love with players like that, and they tend to always be terrible outfielders. Maybe I feel kinship. Dingler strikes out 2 away. Here's Green. I was also once a terrible outfielder who couldn't hit the ball. Chase Young was good. Yeah, there's also new players too. Like Chase Young, I wished was good. Really all of the players. I wish them all to be good. But him. I really wanted Wolfie, that Nick player that we used to have, to be good. I want Hao Yo Lee to be good at baseball too. I feel like I want to like Hao Yo Lee. He seems to really love baseball, but I don't know if he's got the mental stuff to play in the majors. He's got the talent. He's just, I don't know about the skill. This is the 3rd time in over 25 games the Tigers have scored 6 runs. Yeah, I know, Corp. That's why we've been losing a lot. That's a wild pitch, and it'll move the runner down to second. McGonigal gets going. What's up, Ramsey? How's it going, Ramsey? Green will walk, putting 2 on and 2 out. Tigers having some long half innings here lately. Do 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 do. We're probably seeing a pitching change here with 2 outs and a bunch of guys reaching in a row. It's 6-4 Tigers in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on, 2 out. Looks like a pitching change. It is. They're going to bring in Leroy McGillicuddy, believe it or not. That's right, the famed Serbian pitcher Leroy McGillicuddy. Yeah, you live in Michigan, me too. So you're always a Tigers fan because I've always been through pain with the Lions and Pistons. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Detroit sports endure a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Not sure why. I think it's just a brutally unlucky city with sports. But at the same point, Jose Fermin will come into pitch for Ferris. Furman is into pitch. I'm guessing Fermin because his name is Jose. He's probably not Furman. If it was Joseph Furman, you know. Even then, it's like. They start crying. I burped. Yeah, my fucking camera's blurry as a motherfucker, dog. Not a Jets fan. I'm a Patriots fan, so I feel that. Yeah, being a Jets fan, like. I don't hate the Pats, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to like the Patriots, other than the fact that we were an ethical dynasty compared to what the fuck the Chiefs were. And in that is the way that we handled criticism was better than Kansas City fans do. They want to be beloved. Oh, and 2. All right. The Tigers, Jahmai Jones strikes out. Not really a surprise. Neto, Trout, and Grissom. Top of the order for the Angels. Yeah, we have 5. We have 6 runs right now. We're doing pretty good. It's a good ass game for us.
By the way, thanks to everyone who's tuned in. We have a lot of people. I haven't streamed in a couple days, so it's nice to see everyone check out. That'll be a base hit, not exactly the way to start off an inning, ideally. Let's hope we can make some outs happen. Good. Paul, it doesn't seem impossible. But right now it's 2-0 to Mike Trout with a runner at first. I don't like this at all. I mean, he's not, the Trout of old, but it's still Michael P. Trout, the most overrated player in MLB history. You guys want to hear my hot my Mike Trout take? That's probably a very hot take. That everybody's going to disagree with simultaneously, and then over time you'll agree with me because that's how my takes tend to work. Mike Trout is overrated because he has never done anything that has contributed to the Angels doing anything. All his great numbers never matter, meaning that he has no impact on the games in which he plays in, meaning he's not actually that great of an all-time player. He'll be a Hall of Famer, but I feel like he'll be the greatest case of an overrated what if. And I don't think the injuries change anything, by the way. If he wasn't so injured, he wouldn't be getting a pass for what has been one of the most underwhelming careers when healthy. He's never won a playoff game. Oh, to Mike Trout, yeah, he is. He is overrated. All time, yeah. I think people will come to my stance on this. This has been my stance for 4 years, by the way. People will come to what I've been saying and see it as the truth very, very soon regarding Michael Trout. He's an all-timer. Like, he's a great player. It's just like he's overrated. He has no impact on the games in which he plays. When Shohei Ohtani and him were on the same team, the Angels still didn't win anything. Like, that's because Mike Trout's not a true, guy. And you're like, well, he can't stay healthy. Yeah, okay. That's part of it. But, even when he was healthy all those years, the Angels just never won anything, dude. He won individual awards for, nothing, but I don't know. He should have left the Angels a long time ago, and that would have protected his all-time reputation. Will Vest will come in to pitch the top of the 7th. 2 on and 1 out. They really could use some good defense here. 6-4, top 7. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 years ago, people called that one of the worst takes they've ever heard about Mike Trout. And as I've always said, I'm never really wrong on certain takes. I'm just early. I also had takes like it wouldn't take long for any quarterback to surpass the legacy of Peyton Manning. Mahomes did it in like 4 years. Um, People will eventually feel a certain truthful way about Peyton and the fact that he kind of is overrated as well. Not in that he isn't probably the third or fourth greatest all time quarterback. It's just that something underlooked in his 13-12 playoff record. If you take away that last run by the Broncos team that carried him to that record, he would have retired with a sub 500 playoff record. Isn't that fucking nuts? Really stop and think about that. He'd have been like 11-14 or 11-13 in playoffs. 11-14 or something like that. Makes you think. By the way, that's just me because I hate Peyton Manning. And I feel gross that I got to put him in my top 5 all time quarterbacks. So I have to find ways to push him out over the years. I low key hope Aaron Rodgers wins another Super Bowl so I could just put him ahead of Aaron Rodgers and be like, well, Aaron didn't lose any. And then I could just completely move along. And be like, well, you guys do that with Jordan and whatever. I don't care. Tigers are up 6-4, but they have runners at the corners with one away. The Angels do. They need a big double play ball here with Soler hitting. Soler being the hitter is a good thing because you can double him up. But he's kind of fast. That's another. I don't know. I don't like it. Back pick attempt at first. Nobody home. 1 out, 1-1 count. Runners at the corners. Top 7. Tigers up 6-4. Tigers are having a good game, really, for being the Tigers. They 2-1. In the city's game, in the lights now. In the lights, I see the light. Fouled away to remain 2-2. There was something I wanted to load. There we go. That's what I wanted to look at. Dan Manning statement reflective of a Tom Brady dynasty fan. Manning was one of the many who couldn't beat the Brady. Yeah, well, that was a problem. And he also lost in other playoff games to non-Tom Brady-led teams, you know. Got the shit beat out of him in that Super Bowl against Seattle. Choked. He literally choked in that Super Bowl against Seattle. In that Super Bowl against who did he? The Saints. They choked as well. You know what I mean? I don't know. He was a bit of a choke artist. Very good. He's maybe one of the greatest, maybe the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. It's hard to debate that topic about Peyton. But when you add in the playoffs, it becomes very complicated. Soler strikes out, 2 away. Here's Meckler. Uh-oh. 2 on, 2 out. Meckler up. And did he get him to fly out, or is that a home run? Son of a bitch. I think that's gone. Oh, it's just a deep fly out. Thank the Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. That was hit deep. All right, we'll head to the but yeah, I was a fan. I'm a big fan of Tom Brady. Very nice catch. Javi Baez, I have no idea. Hold on.
Yeah, Javi Baez is a pretty big question mark in my opinion for if he'll come back. His ankle isn't really healing at all, so he's going to see a specialist about it. So we'll see how bad it. Remember, I said that was a bad ankle injury when I first saw it. I was like, "There's no way he got off light." Go rewatch that slide and tell me what you think. How bad that is. I said it was a grade 3 crack. I thought he damn near broke the thing. I thought it was about as gnarly a high ankle sprain as you could have possibly gotten. I don't remember what I said, but I think that I'm probably going to end up being right about that. I'm pretty good with fucking joint injuries for some reason. I can call them in the air. Yeah, Green's fielding since that debacle game in Kansas City in which Bobby Witt Jr. had an inside the park home run. And our whole fucking both corner outfielders forgot how to field baseballs. Our corner outfield's done a lot better job at getting to those baseballs. Even Perez has improved a little bit at reading balls into the corner. Riley Green has figured it out, which is really, really a fucking godsend because now we have a left fielder who can play left field properly. Prior to that, though, it was like he'd try to cut the ball off like into the wall. It's like, let it roll, Riley. Let it roll because they're only going to be able to get a double. They're doubling anyway. Don't try to cut off the double and make a bad play on the baseball. 0-1. Field it out of the hop. Learn how to do that. And they've figured out how to do that too. Because the reality is Bobby Witt should have only had a double. If Carpenter didn't go with his arms flailing into the corner to cut it off, and then the ball hits out and then goes right behind him and he has to sharp turn. One, he doesn't fuck his leg up doing that stupid sharp turn to go get the ball that just shot past him. Two, it's a double. Because he'd have just been standing there, got the ricochet, threw it in. Bobby would have had to stop at 2, maybe 3 if he hustles. I don't know. Poor defense. I hate it. I hate it a lot. And there's no excuse at the major league level. 0. Now, if the player just drops the ball, like they like this and it just pops out, the errors happen. Those weren't errors though. Those were fundamental misunderstandings of how to play a ball into the outfield wall, like into the corner of an outfield, like down the line. That was just they didn't know how to play it. Much like earlier in the year when they didn't know how to play a bunt. And didn't they lose a game because a team just bunted them to death? Was that Milwaukee? Because the Tigers, for some reason, didn't know how to play small ball. Like, what are we doing, dude? That's inexcusable. If a really competent 12-year-old can tell you how to play your position better than what you've been doing, it's like, yeah, that's bad. I guarantee you ask a 12-year-old who knows baseball what to do on a bunt, and then you start giving that kid like runners at first and third. What do you do with the ball on defense if it's a bunt? You know what I mean? He probably knows better to do than what our Tigers do. And Torkelson will strike out one away. Here's McKinstry. Bottom of the 7th, it's 6-4 Tigers. I also think base running errors at the major league mistake are inexcusable. Tripping is one thing, right? You trip, you fall down. That's not a mistake. Sometimes that happens. Like just dumb mistakes, like not knowing how many outs there are, not knowing to tag up. That's literally like the first level of people pitching to each other, like little league baseball when it's not coach pitch anymore, but it's the first year peer pitch. Before you go into the serious little league spots, that league. That's where you figure out how to run the bases and do it properly. Because if you don't, they don't really let you play anymore. You don't get to play a lot, you know? Put you low in the lineup. I figured out how to run bases in like the second game I played. Like, oh, okay, I got this now. Hell, I even learned all the timing. You know, I'm a slow runner, right? I've never been caught stealing a base. I probably have like 40 or 50 career stolen bases, and I never got on base. I would steal to third base within 2 to 3 pitches every single time I was on base. Because I was that good at stealing and running the bases. It's not hard. It's an art. You can be slow as dog shit and know how to run a base. Right-handed kids at lower levels of pitching don't understand what they can and can't do. They look at me, then they put the foot back. I'm like, I'm gone, because he can't throw it anywhere except home. So I would steal bases off pitchers left and right. Ayoli strikes out. We'll head to the top of the 8th. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go downstairs real quick, have a quick smoke, and continue the rest of the game. I'm just waiting to pause this. There we go. I'll be back in just a minute. Adele, Peraza, and Walton. 6, 7, 8. 6-4. Tigers lead. 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. 1 away, 1 on, 1-2 count. Sorry about that. That'll be... They just get the lead. They get the first. They get the runner at first. 2 down, runner at second for Ohapi. I forgot to grab my soda, so I'll have to leave again one more time. It got like weirdly dark in here. In just the short time that I was gone. Need an out. Wait. Oh no, did that go over? Oh, that's a 2-run shot. It's 6-6. Will Vest blew. Oh no, it's just a double. Okay. 6-5. Oh boy, here's Neto. Well, if we can get Nato or Neto right here, then we can get Vest, or we have Trout by himself in the 9th, which is idea. Sucks to give up a double to Logan Ohapi, though, of all people. Here's Neto. Runner at second, 2 away. Need a big out. Ball 1. Oh, because Perez is a bad outfielder. That's why he didn't catch that. He's starting to hit better. Like I said, though, he still really can't field, but at least he's hitting a little bit better. One 1-2 on a swing and strike. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, I'm stressed out too. This sucks dick. He better get a strikeout right here. Up and in. He ain't gonna swing at a ball in the dirt, dipshit. Throw it up and in. You got him. He don't even know if it's coming. You can go fastball in on either one of the last pitch or this pitch. Fastball in, up. Slider down and away, fastball up in. Strike 3. Rory. Fouled. I'm getting impatient. Go up and in. Promise. Up and in's and out. I've never been so sure of anything in my entire life. Well, it's not definitely going to be down there. Ball 3, 3-2. Don't walk it. 3-2 after a couple fouls. We'll see another one. He refuses to throw a pitch up in the zone here. Fascinating. Now he can just go upstairs anywhere and it'd work. And he gives up the hit anyway. Stupid fucking idiot. Keeps throwing the ball at the same spot. He's shocked that they fucking finally hit it. Nice. First and third after a ball deflected. Now we have to sit through a fucking pitching check. All right. Oh, they didn't do a pitch. I thought they were going to do a pitching change. All right, there's talking to Will Vest. Hopefully we can deal with Michael Trout. 2 on, 2 out. Runners are at the corners. 6-5 Tigers lead. Ball 1 to Trout. Not idea. Need a big out from Wilhelm Vest. Can he deliver? Oh boy, 1-0. We got a swing and strike. It's 1-1. All right. All right. Ball 2, or yeah, ball 2. 2-1. Fuck. Got him to follow one off. It's 3-2. Thank God he swung at that. 3-2. Counts full. 2 on, 2 out. Tigers need a big pitch here. Can they find it? And they walk Trout. Son of a bitch. Here's Grisham. Bases loaded, 2 away. Ooh. Well, they deal with the Trout situation. This feels dangerous to be living the way we are right now. Bases loaded, 2 away. 1-0 count. Ball 2. Well, Vest has a new strategy. Walk and tie. Let him tie the game with the walk. Is he back into his will blow the game Vest gimmick? I hated that cringe. Okay, I think that's an out. Oh, no, it's not, is it? No way. He just gave up a bases clearing triple. No, it's a grand slam. Awesome. 9-6. Tigers are going to lose. Son of a bitch. We'll blow the game Vest. Well, if you guys excuse me, I'm going to go kill myself now. I'll take it. Kevin can have my channel. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go get my pop, though. I forgot my cup downstairs. I'll be right back. The Tigers will make a pitching change. 9-6, Angels win.
Well, to be fair, Finnegan and Vest are second half relievers, I guess. Vest has never really been a good first half of the season pitcher, right? So that sucks. I remember Vest doesn't turn on until about June, July every year. Similarly with Finnegan. So long term, I'm not too concerned. Plus, eventually, we can move Kiter back to the bullpen and other guys. I feel like that would have been a good inning for a Brant Herter appearance. Yeah, Perez should have caught that ball. This inning should have been over. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is a deserved loss. Yeah, this is lazy ass baseball by the pitching. 0-2, 1-2. Probably should have pulled Vest before the Neto at bat. But they didn't, unfortunately. And they'll get the third out of the inning finally. Let's head to the bottom of the eighth. The damage has been done. It's 9-6. Angels lead. Bierling, Perez, McGonigal. 8-9-1 for the Tigers. They need to get 3. 3 to tie, 4 to take a lead, and push it to a save situation in the 10th. Wherever school I was watching from, he is probably changing his mind about wanting to stay at. Yeah, I would imagine that's, yeah, right now he'd probably be thinking. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Pretty much, Dante. Pretty much. Game's out of reach. I don't know. We need 4. Can we score 10 runs? I doubt it. Yeah, it's probably a good game on the slam. I don't think we can come back. I don't know if we got 10 runs in this team. Yeah, whatever. Basketball. Yeah, we're in the second worst. I like how people say that, and it's like, well, yeah, but like we're the second worst. It's not like it's crazy that they'd win. We got 2 retards fighting. The end result is comedy. Now, the funnier option is the Angels now blow the game. Not only because I would like that as a Tigers fan, but it actually would be very funny for the Angels to. Ugh. Gotta like fucking fit bug in the shit. All right. Yeah, I've got long hair. Most of the time, you see a beanie, it's either long hair or balding. I'm the second. I just wore my shit like they were like, "What up, gang?" I'm a teenager still. Instant pedophile vibes. Very uncomfortable vibes.
Just pop that shit like that. Bang. Good to go. 2-2 on Veerling. Fouls it off. It'll remain 2-2. Detroit, yeah, they did in this game. They came back, took a nice lead in the fifth inning, added another run. The Angels took the lead with a 5-run inning, 4. Yeah, they put up 5. Yeah. Veerling strikes out, 1 away. Here's Perez. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with either one of those two guys. Do you think that it's very possible this team's biggest problem is having 15 guys who would contribute regularly on this team on the injured list? Is that AJ Hinch's and Scott Harris's fault that not only did most of their starters go down, but all of the backups too? Is that really something we can blame on the coach and GM? Or sorry, president or whatever? Like, thank you, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's while I understand there's frustration with Harris and Hinch, I don't think firing them because all of his competent players are injured is a good move, personally. Look at our lineup. And everyone's like, well, they have these players in. It's like these are backups of backups in AAA that are starting. These are our backups in AAA. And everyone's like, why aren't they hitting? Well, everyone else is hurt or too young to come up. The only real questionable thing for this season is why Anderson and maybe Clark haven't been called up. Outside of that, I mean, what else are they supposed to do with everything that's gone wrong? I mean, we just lost Brant Herter like 2 days ago, you know? It just doesn't stop. McGonigal up with 2 away. Like, we lost Parker. Like, dog, it's just, like, name a position. We've lost a player. Javi's probably going to miss the rest of the year, which means we may have to deal with Zach Short the rest of the year. Is that AJ Hinch's fault that every other organizational shortstop except Max Anderson is hurt? No. Do they call up Max Anderson if Javi's going to miss the rest of the year? Probably. You know what I mean? I think it all just, there's a lot of things that kind of also are like hanging in the ether, right? I don't know. I don't know. Probably not as many. So I don't know. You can criticize Hinch, but it's like he's just working with what he's got available. Like what is having, like, who is he go get fucking, I don't know. Best got the outs. It's just that dipshit Perez dropped the ball that would have kept it 6-5. I don't know. It's hard for me to say that it's Perez or Hinch's fault when there's another reality that, like, the guys on the field just have to perform at some point. 2-2. Like, we, for some reason, like, we understand all that, like, Hinch is kind of not doing the best job managing, or like we say that he's not, but like we seemingly are completely just allowing certain players to be terrible. It's just like we should fire Hinch and Harris, and it's just like, well, what about like cutting a bunch of the players? Like nothing, none of that. They have to do that basketball. That's another dumb take. Well, if they wanted to fire Hinch for the results of last season, they should have fired him before this season. Um, this year has nothing to do with last year's record. You know what I mean? It's hard to put them together because the Tigers were pretty healthy at the end of last year. So there's really no excuse. They just shit their pants and got pretty tired. It looked. This year, I don't really know how to. It's like, what are we judging the team on? Our expectations of a fully healthy Tigers roster, or are we like? Is it a situation where the expectations of the team are still sky high, despite the reality being most of the team is going to be out till like after July? And our minor leagues are pretty bare because all of our talented minor leaguers are in the majors right now. Like, it's literally like one guy, and then it's like, well, what move do you want now? Yeah, Kooks, we were winning. Then they blew it. What a surprise, right? 5-run 8th inning. Top 9. Again, who should we hire? I don't know. I find the whole thing boring. Because again, it's like, what are we supposed to do with what's happened this season? And it's not AJ's fault that Vesh just fucking blows games now, and Canley Jansen's blowing games, and Finnegan's blowing games. That's not AJ Hinch's fault. At some point, it's like, we should blow AJ. Should we blame AJ for the blown effort here by Vest when dipshit Wenciel Perez dropped a fly ball that would have been the 3rd out of the inning, leaving it a 6-5 bottom of the 8th? I don't know. It was technically Vest, but it's not. I don't know if you really call it Vest's problem. Mostly because it's 0-1 to Siri, but I think that could be challenged. Nope, he swings and misses. It's 0-2. So I don't know. Like, I get what people are saying, and it's like one of those things that makes sense on a surface, but it's like, when you stop and analyze and evaluate the season, it's like, well, we had a lot of injuries, and it's like, well, that's probably why we didn't play so great this year so far. Because before all of our injuries, weren't we like in first place? That's sitting pretty nice. Yeah, he has -1 or 1.1 or 1.2 WAR. It's probably gone down a little bit back to like 1.0, but yeah, he's got the worst WAR in baseball. He has -1 win worse than the guy who, but than someone who plays ahead of him than the average. If like, I think it works by average. So like, he's technically 1 win worse than the average right fielder. Like, you're better at just getting like Jose Siri or some shit to come play, and we'd be better off with him out there. Joe Adele would be perfect as compared to you know what I mean? His -1 would give someone like Adele like a +2-3 on him. Brutal. That's a brutal number. I believe it's more about attitude. Detroit, yeah, Detroit's got bad attitude because they're pretty defeated right now. No, they're not even like defeated. They have a pretty solid team mindset, solid team attitude around it. And they gave up another homer. And Holton gives up a homer. It's lead off to Siri. It's 10-5. 10-6 rather. Damn. Well, that's another bout of bitch. Yeah, they got to get rid of their hitting coach. Yep. Called strike 2. It's 0-2.
We couldn't last year, and the only thing we did to improve that was Donovan.
We hit pretty well last year, just not at the end of the year. And the reality of the Tigers also, that's a swing and strikeout, one away. Down goes Adele. Here's Peraza. Reality, like, I don't know. I feel like people also forget that we're plenty of years early, and I don't care. I'm so tired of talking about the Hinch thing too. It's not fun. Fire him because we can't win games. It's like, yeah, and then we're gonna lose a whole bunch more games. It'll be terrible next year. No, I don't think Verlander's coming back anytime soon, but I don't really care about that. That was always is he ever going to be healthy enough to pitch kind of signing? Probably not, no. And probably for the best. Probably for the best.
What's up, Alex?
We should fire everybody after every game. That we should bring in an interim coach and then fire him, hire a new head coach, go in a whole new direction, a whole new path forward, blow it all up, and be bad for another 3 years. That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Ugh. Listen, I understand that a lot of these Dave Dombrowski guys suck ass as draft picks, but like we're almost done with this. We're almost in the Hinch and Harris picks exclusively. And this Hinch Harris exclusive of Kevin McGonigal is quite nice. So is Anderson. He looks nice. He's from that. You know. This is kind of just what the cupboard had when we got here.
New strength and conditioning.
I mean, yeah, they could use different side coaches, I guess. I don't know. You know, at some point, guys, it's not just the coaching. At some point, these losers actually have to fucking play baseball. You guys understand this, right? And Peraza goes down, looking to away. I don't know. I don't think coaching is going to be the end all be all of this team and be a magic fixer. They just got to play better too, to some extent. Like, should we fire Chris Fetter because all our pitchers can't close games now? Fire AJ Hinch for Chris Fetter's poor work? Is that what we want to do? I don't think anyone's calling for Chris Fetter's job. Why are we calling for AJ's job when Fetter probably tells him who to make the changes to? I don't know. Fire the strength and conditioning coaches. What about the pitching coach? 1-2. But he probably gets a lifetime pass because he turned Usher and Scooball. So he is what it is. It's 1-2, 2 away. Top of the ninth of a 10-5 game or 10-6 game. 10-6, good buddy. Yeah, a whole waste of $11 million that begins to be paid out in the year 2031. I'm sure the Tigers can handle losing $10 million from his $1 million. You know, we're paying him $1 million this year. Dingler, Green, and Jones. And then over like 5 years, we're paying him 10 starting in 2030 or 2031. You know that we like basically didn't pay him anything. Like, no, it's not a lot of money. It's like just not. We just signed him to see if he, you know, maybe he can pitch a game or two. We signed him with almost the entire thing was deferred except for like $1 million for this year. That's actually incorrect. That's why I don't care about the Verlander thing. It's like we paid him no money and he's going to retire as a Tiger. Don't care. Kirby Yates will come into pitch here in the bottom of the ninth. I hope that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because it didn't cost us really like anything long term. It's like who cares? You know, it's fun to have Verlander. He's going to go into Cooperstown as a Tiger. That's what we wanted, right? That's ultimately what we wanted. We got him back. He's our guy, not the Astros guy. He's the Tigers guy. So we're all pretty happy. I'm happy with that, and we really got out pretty cheap. Especially since most of it's deferred money, and the Tigers are a big payroll team. So, yeah, too many small factors make me not give a shit about. It does mean something. No, actually, it doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a big deal. It's not a waste of anything. Not a waste of money. Especially when the team is extraordinarily rich. No, we're fine. Yeah, the relief pitching has been very bad since the end of last year into this year. Our pitching right now, our relief pitching is the worst in baseball. We should fire the pitching coach. The hitting coaches should be fired because they have to deal with a bunch of guys who can't even really hit the ball in AAA as their hitters now. Yeah, it's the hitting coach's fault that he has to try to work with Zach Short. His fault that we can't hit the ball. Not the fact that like all of our players are injured. It's Chris Fetter's fault that the pitchers can't pitch because most of them are injured. Yeah, keep blaming coaches, keep ignoring the injuries, keep ignoring the poor efforts of the players. It's all the coach's fault. If we had new coaches, we'd win every game. We would be 35 and 17 with a new head coach. That's how people act, dude. I don't get it. If we had a new head coach, we could play the same lineup and win every game. Really? Do you believe that? 2-0. Because if you're willing to make excuses for one part of the staff, then it's like, then you clearly understand that it's not their fault. Like if you're able to be like, well, I understand why the pitching coach hasn't been as good, or I understand why the hitting coach hasn't been as good, or, you know. I've talked about this a lot, but most of the criticisms of the Tigers are always missing the number of injuries the team currently has, and people like don't like to hear that, as they're like, that's an excuse. I'm like, nah, it's not really. Not when you have 17 injuries to a 25-man roster. By the way, a 25-man roster has endured 17 injuries inside of 1 month, 1.5 months. That's perfectly normal. Dingler walks 1 on 0. No. You know what we should do because of the most insane injury luck I think I've ever seen for a team? We should fire all of our coaches because they're not winning with like 8 backups. A lot has to do with player. Yeah, if they all think they're going to win, Paul, they're going to win. That's correct. If they have a can-do attitude, they can do anything, right? It's not that Zach Short just sucks at baseball. Wenciel Perez sucks at baseball. Hao-Yo Lee sucks at baseball. Veerling's a backup. Workman shouldn't be in the majors. McKinstry is a backup. Josh Jones shouldn't be in the majors. It has nothing to do with those guys being regular players in our lineup every single day for a month. Those guys had better attitudes. They'd win every single game with them guys. Come on, Paul. You don't even believe that. So you're telling me if we just had a positive can-do attitude, Ja Jones, Zach McKinstry, Gage Workman, Hao-Yo Lee, Matt Vierling, Wensiel Perez, who's on our bench? Let me look at the bench. And Jake Rogers would be perfectly fine pieces to have around. No, that's a lie. You're lying to me. Yeah, JD, they blew the game. Yeah, that happens. 1-0, 2-0. Yeah, that's player attitude. If we had a better attitude, we could win with those guys. Oh, I think they got rid of Zach Short, actually. Unless he's playing defense somewhere. Call it strike. It's 3-1 to Green. All respect, though, on people's opinions. I don't know. Lineup sucks. No one available. 17 injuries. If you don't immediately lead with that as part of your criticisms of the team, I don't care what you have to say about the situation. Because, again, you're just kind of weirdly ignoring why the team is playing bad and saying it's just AJ Hinch's fault they're playing bad. Well, why are they playing bad? What are they doing? Oh, they're just not very good this year. They can't hit, they can't field or pitch. Why? Well, there's some guy like they have a weird roster, weird bad team. Why is the team constructed badly? Well, AJ's a bad coach. Oh, okay. That seems weird. No, we would lose as many if we had a good attitude. The team has a great attitude. Not really sure what you're talking about, Paul. They're all like, hey, we're down, but we're going to try to get back up and keep playing hard. The team has a great attitude. No, he doesn't have a big attitude. That's incorrect. Don't know where you're hearing that. Do you guys watch the same Tigers that everyone else watches? This is a very they actually get criticized for being too relaxed. Like they were playing kind of tight lately. Like they played a little tight, but like their moods are just fine. They're not like screaming at each other in the dugout. There's no in clubhouse fighting. There's no blame game happening. The team is very, very close. And it has very good attitude about the way that they play. They're not like spitting at the media about the criticisms. I don't like who has a bad attitude because they're not like we're on a 7-game losing streak and like smiling like they're fucking minstrel shows or something. I don't. I don't understand. What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to be like with their asshole open, smiling during the 7-game lose? No, they have a pretty solid attitude, pretty solid team chemistry, solid team culture. I don't understand where this criticism of people being like they have a poor team attitude. Who? Holt Keith is maybe the only one, and that's just because he's a grumpy bitch about not playing more. And Torkelson strikes out. That'll end the game. GG's to the Angels fans. We blew that one. That sucked. GG's to the Angels fans. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, everybody. I'm going to get out of here because I'm still visiting people and I've got stuff to do tonight. Not really. I'm visiting people. So I'm going to get back to my events and my course for the night. Y'all have a great night. That's what I'm thinking, Cokes. I think we're going to have a fun summer. Let's hope. All we can do is hope that we turn it around and the team remembers that they're good at baseball. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great year or a great rest of your night. I will see you most likely tomorrow. What's the situation for tomorrow? Hmm. 6:40. Yeah, I should be able to do both these games. I don't see why I wouldn't be, especially this Thursday game. That'll be easy. All right, cool. I should be able to do this whole series, it looks like. Unless something comes up and I get a little bit. I doubt it. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out. We have, 30? A very good stream for us. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back again tomorrow evening, most likely. Hopefully, y'all have a good rest of your day, week, if I don't see you. And reminding you of the Lions, pretty much the very promising start to the year cut short due to thousands of injuries. And not only injuries to because 2024, the Lions overcame it. The 2025 Lions were not, because they were significant injuries, right? Injuries in the secondary, offensive line, things that kind of fucked the team up. Defensive line, you can kind of shuffle. When you start losing key skill players, it gets really up, and that's kind of what happened to the Tigers. Very, very, very 1-to-1 injury situation. Tigers are losing all their right-handed bats and key pitchers. So, all right, everyone, have a great rest of your night. As always, I appreciate you watching. Go Lions, go Patriots, and of course, it's go Tigers. Even though now I think we're the worst team in the American League, we remain strong. We don't do no fair weather fan bullshit here. Go Tigers till I die. All right, I'll see y'all later. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Peace out and go.